at 6. So, Pantling, the Canadian, takes down the pot, and Bradley Verberg here representing the American flag. Despite his name, unfortunately, gets knocked out in 7th position for the 2009 Irish Open.
I'm happy that it wasn't the first to go. That would have been awful. No offense, Andy, but got in with the best hand, so I'm happy about this tournament.
Indeed he is. I'm sure he'll be happy when he checks his bank account at an ATM tomorrow morning and sees 74,600 euros in it as well. So down to 6.
Well, this is a trend in this tournament that players seem to get knocked out really, really quickly. You know, we've had Irish Opens that have dragged on forever as people fought tooth and nail for every chip, but everybody's shooting for the big prize.
And what do you think is the cause of that, Padraig? Is it the new vein of internet players that are highly aggressive, or that
it's a combination of that and the fact that people want to win the title.
Yeah, always a driving motivator. The 600 grand might have something to do with it as well. But Cara Scott raises it up here with a king 8 offsuit, and
she's raised it from an early position, so she's representing a hand a lot stronger than she's got.
The great thing for a girl with long dark hair is all you have to do is tilt your face and you've got a pair of sunglasses and hood right there. Greatest poker face I've
like
seen
that.
in a while.
You know, it's very hard to pick up a read from Cara.
Very difficult.
She said if she wins, she's going to buy the other half of the T-shirt.
Costs extra for sleeves. No.
24,000 to play.
12.24 the blinds.
Raised to 70,000. Fold.
Pair of 5s.
Call 70,000. Fold. 70,000 to play.
So we've already got 2 players in the hand. Scott's woken up with 2 little sailboats, but possibly a little bit expensive with 2 people in for that value already, Padraig.
Raise.
Oh my God. It's a big squeeze play from Cara here. I'm pretty sure if Brooke Pierce re-raised with the ace-queen, Cara had thrown her hand away, but she's given herself a chance to win this pot with by far the worst hand.
Well, she's got rid of the 5s.
Cara, I forgot how much you had.
It was 700, so a little over.
Brooke Pierce tries to pick up a little bit of a tell from Cara Scott, but she stood up very well to the interrogation.
Yeah, mannerly. Answers the question, and then just looks down again.
He's asking why so much, why all in? It kind of looks like an ace-king or a medium pair.
Pair of queens, perhaps?
No.
Pair of jacks? No?
Well, these days, the squeeze is, ace-king, medium, or small pair is the kind of hand you start to think about first. Then you start to think maybe nothing. She's executed it very, very well.
An excellent squeeze. Earns her 164,000 more chips. And as you can see, the table cam there, we've got 2 empty seats at this, our final table of the Irish Open 2009. Small blind 12,000, big blind 24,000, and the table is obviously now 6-handed.
Raised to 65,000.
But we can expect to see a lot of real poker play here, because there are only 6 players left and about 7 million in chips in play. In fact, exactly 7 million in chips in play.
On the nose.
The average chip stack is just over 1 million. And with blinds at 12.24, I mean, there's plenty of room for play on the flop, the turn, the river. This isn't the sort of bish-bash bong poker. I mean, we're going to see some real stuff here. This is a fantastic structure.
Amazing how quickly we've already lost 2 of our runners at final table. And we're going to see another casualty here. Pantling has raised up with the ace-10 of clubs, and now it's to William Kassouf, 27-year-old solicitor, to decide whether he wants to call.
Well, Panting has said that he's going to use his chips to put pressure on the other players, but we already know that Cara Scott and probably Krista Johansson are going to be worried about the increments in the prize pool, that they're playing for the lot, so it may backfire.
2 players.
Now,
Check
Kasuf decided to play his 3-4 of hearts. The flop has come 5, 7, 10, rainbow, 1 heart there. So he does have the gut shot.
Check a bet.
How much are you playing?
You know, a lot of times when people do ask you how much you're playing, it's just to get a reaction. Just to, you know, see how you go about telling them. And you know, the top players can pick up a lot of information from asking a question to which they already know the answer.
And you're under no obligation to make any answer, is that correct? The
Well, you
dealer
can get the
count your
dealer to
chips
count
if
them,
need
yeah.
be.
91,000 to play.
So
That's a big bet to be facing with just a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. So I think this is a pretty easy fold.
Pantling not taking any prisoners. And, well, he
Wow.
gets the call.
He's put a big percentage of his chips in.
Now he's picked up
Trying
the
to
up
hit
and
that gut
down.
shot.
Gives himself the ace either. But we can see that one of those
Check.
is already in Pantling's hand.
All in.
Raise all in.
Well, he's going to have to throw it away now. He may wish he hadn't got involved in this hand. From
That's exactly what he's thinking. What were they doing playing a 4 high against the chip leader?
Well, the call with the gut shot on the flop was a little ambitious, but maybe he did think if he hit it, he was going to get doubled up. But now he's got a decision for all his chips, and I'm afraid he's just going to have to throw this away.
A 6 or an ace can save him. That's why you see that 16% beside his hand on your screen there. 3 aces out there. 4 sixes, presumably. But does he want to gamble his entire tourney, the last 4 days of grappling his way to final table, on a 4 high hand?
I don't really think he's even really thinking about this. I think he's just composing himself a little bit.
Yeah.
It's that old question, the voices. How the hell did I get myself into this mess?
Small and big.
How did I get here? And who are you guys? Right, so Pantling takes up another pot,
Fold. 24.
extends his
Fold,
towering chip
24,000.
stack,
Fold. 24,000.
and we move to our next hand.
12,000 more to call.
Bit of a fold fest. It's over to the blinds.
Call. Option to raise.
And
Check.
Johansson calls.
Interesting. A lot of players would raise with a king in a battle of the blinds. But Johansson can be a fairly tricky individual.
Check. Check also.
2 checks.
$30,000. Fold.
That's the first Bulgarian I've ever seen, not alone at the Irish Open final table, but at a tournament in Ireland.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you how popular this tournament has become.
Fold. 24,000.
7 cashes.
24,000 to play.
Nearly earned $500,000. Atanas Gorgiev from Sofia in Bulgaria has a decision on his hands.
Poker's getting very big in Eastern Europe these days. Kind of a little bit behind the explosion everywhere else.
Yeah.
And the Russians are certainly making a huge impact on the world scene.
2 players.
So
Check.
King Jack Deuce folds at the flop, which can't be the worst flop for Mr. Pantling.
And this is very good news for him. He's slipped it to the Bulgarian, who's going to have a